Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
They had a juvenile delinquent problem in 1878, too. Kids from the small towns and cities of the East and Middle West headed for the frontier in search of excitement or reputations as outlaws. Dodge City had a plague of these brats, and Marshal Wyatt Earp didn't have a child guidance expert or a psychiatrist to tell him just what to do. Marshal Wyatt Earp used plain, common horse sense.
Drink here. Don't take all day about it.
How old are you?
Old enough.
Well, I don't know. You don't look no more than 16 or 17 to me.
I ordered a drink. There's my money.
Hold it, Mr. Bryce. I have to arrest you, Sonny.
What for?
Backing a gun, you're too young to be hanging around the saloon.
I'm past 21.
Well, you forgot to check your Colt in the gun rack. Come on.
I hate you cops.
Well, that's too bad. Go on.
No matter what you do to me, I'm not gonna talk.
Sit down there and stay there. Another runaway, Mr. Gibbs. Just keep dropping off every freight train.
I came in a regular train car, and I'm not a vagrant.
Hush up, kid. Seems to me you take an awful lot of sass off these smart kids. What he needs is a good larrapin with a hickory stick.
You just try it.
Mr. Gibbs, you go on patrol.
I'll be glad to. Smart-aleck, loud-mouthed kids are coming in here raising Cain.
As for you, Sonny, don't you go around daring a man to spank you. You're liable to find somebody that'll take you up on it.
Not while I have my gun.
Well, I'm holding this. Now, I want your name, where you're from, and your age. It'll save a lot of time and trouble for both of us.
My name is John Smith. I'm 21, and I come from Chicago. Now, what's the charge?
You have a job or $25?
I've got $500. Want me to count it for you?
Where'd you steal all that?
You prove I stole it.
All right, $25.
For what?
For violating a city ordinance. Failure to check your firearms.
Do I get my gun back?
Nope, I'm holding your gun. Till you tell me where you're from, what your name is, and what your age is.
Cops. 2 10s and a 5. Anything else?
Yeah, you get on that first train heading home. I may not be able to hold you for vagrancy, but you keep hanging around Dodge and you're going to be jailbait.
That's what you say.
You don't like policemen, do you? You probably think that all hoodlums and outlaws are real nice people, don't you?
I sure do.
Well, I've heard a lot of young fellas say that and used to think it was very funny, but I don't think it's very funny anymore. You're going to have to learn the hard way.
Well, thanks for the fatherly advice. You must have paid Ned Buntline to make you a tin-star hero.
Walt? Walt?
Right here, Marshal.
Take a look out that window. See that kid walking up the street? I want you to tail him. I just took his gun away. First thing you'll do is try to buy another one.
Dodge City kid, huh?
Walt, a punk like that can kill you just as dead as a grown man. You be careful. I got a hunch he's from a good family. Maybe we can stop him before he lands in the reform school.
Howdy, son. What can I do for you?
I want a Colts 45.
Colts Frontier. Let's see, how old are you?
I'm past 21.
About 17, I'd say. Can't sell you a handgun. How about a nice .22 rifle?
No, I want a Colts 45. I'll pay you $10 above the price.
Sorry, son.
Here's the $40. Well, what are you scared of? Come on, give me the gun.
I don't know, Sonny. What's a kid like you want with a .45?
Don't call me Sonny. What I want with a gun is my business. Now, you gonna sell it or not?
All right, I'll sell it. But now, mind you, don't you tell Earper you got it, because there happens to be a town law against it.
Howdy, Morton.
Oh, howdy. I was just showing the kid the gun.
No harm in that. Take a good look, kid. Now, you go hang that on the rack, Morton.
Sure.
What right have you got to butt into my business?
The law and Marshal Earp don't want children to have guns. My advice, Sonny, try some other town.
Well, that does it. Well, what can I do for you, Marshal?
Well, sir, I'm trying to trace a young fellow that says he came in on a sleeper from the east. Blonde-headed boy.
Kid about 17 years old, maybe 5'7", 8.
Mm-hmm.
He came in number 9 last night.
Think there's any way of tracing where he might have bought his ticket?
Well, I could send a wire to Sam Willoughby. He's the conductor on number 9. He'd know point of origin, maybe even his name.
Fine. Do it, would you?
Kid making trouble?
Well, he's trying awful hard, too. I'd like to send him home before anything happens. Shotgun, you and Walt go around front.
What if that kid starts shooting?
Then take cover, but don't shoot back. I'll try and get in behind him.
It'll be a walking arsenal. We better win.
No. Now go ahead, start for the front. I'll give you time.
Who tried to buy a gun from me this afternoon.
Shotgun, take him over to jail. Use the back door.
My pleasure.
All right, break it up, everybody. Just a fool kid, nobody hurt. Walt, I'm going to check his room at the hotel. Now get those people out of here.
He tried to steal my guns, broke my window. Huh. Wyatt, this one goes to reform school, and there's no begging him off.
We'll see, Your Honor. Now, you check your stock. I want a full report.
Reform school? That's where he goes, reform school.
Marshal? Marshal, the telegraph operator left this for you.
Thank you. Steubenville, Ohio. Point of ticket origin. Passenger bought Pullman space at Cincinnati, giving name of John Smith, Jr.
The kid who robbed Jim Kelly?
Yeah. I'll wire the police at Steubenville. You have the maid straighten this place up.
Will the boy come back here?
I doubt it. Leave his luggage here.
Well, it's about time.
He's the son of a distinguished member of the Ohio Bar and circuit court judge.
Well, what if he is? The boy was caught red-handed.
Oh, take it easy, Jim. His folks will be here soon. Too many dime novels and Wild West shows, I suppose.
I wish I really knew.
Well, I know. Dime novels and Buffalo Bill don't make a criminal. His folks neglected him or something.
The boy's father is the judge. He wouldn't neglect his son.
Oh, indeed now.
Every time a kid goes wrong, only his parents get the blame. You go along with that, Marshal?
Sometimes, not always. What do you think, Mr. Gibbs?
Well, sir, I'll tell you what I think. I don't believe these kids is whooped enough.
Well, the parents won't use discipline, and they won't let the teachers use it either.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Kelly. I suggest we hold Alf in jail just until his folks get here.
It's the only fair thing to do.
I say no. I won't withdraw my charge. That young hoodlum goes to reform school, and that's final. If you gentlemen will excuse me.
Well, I guess I'll go feed Roscoe his breakfast.
I still say it's the trash they read and the stage shows they see. They all glorify the outlaw, make him a sort of a Robin Hood. Our friends Buntline and Cody have their share of the blame.
No, sir.
What do you mean?
Well, Judge, thousands of kids all over the country read dime novels, they go to theaters, they watch Buffalo Bill. 99% of them have more sense than try to act that stuff out in real life. Now, there's something else bothering Alf.
You think he's loco?
No, sir. But he doesn't react to things like any other normal kid. The world, life as it actually is. It's got no sense of realism. It's about as close as I can get to it.
Yeah. We're going to have trouble with Jim. All he can think about is reform school.
Well, reform school isn't going to solve anything with this boy. No, I think we're going to have to wait until his folks get here, see what they're like, what they have to say.
Yes, you're right. You're lucky, Wyatt. You're not a parent. My daughters call me a grumpy, stuffed shirt.
Hey, kid, how long you in for?
Not long.
Well, 30 days?
All I have to do is telegraph my folks. They'll get me out.
When'll that be?
I don't know. Why?
Well, they've got me for robbing a stage.
You a stage robber? I'm no greenhorn.
Well, bang your cup on the bars when Herb comes, ask him.
I suppose you were the leader of the gang.
No, Greasy Merkin. You've heard of him, huh?
Greasy Merkin. He's wanted by the Pinkertons and the Federals. What's the deal?
Well, Greasy don't know that Herb caught me. Him and the boys are camped south of Dodge. Get it? Now, I was thinking, if your folks spring you, will you get the word to Greasy? $10, kid?
I don't need money.
Greasy won't hurt you. He'll treat you like a real friend.
Shut up, will you? Let me think.
Well, this here kid says he wants to talk to you.
What about?
About sending a telegram, he says.
All right, send him in.
I don't like you shoving me around.
You need worse than that.
Take it easy, Mr. Gibbs. We're dealing with a child, you know. Now, what's on your mind?
I want to send a telegram. Is there any law against it?
Oh. You, by any chance, would want to send a telegram to Mr. and Mrs. Judge Horton of Steubenville, Ohio, would you? Because Mr. and Mrs. Horton are already on their way here to Dodge. They think you might be their son, Alfred. Little Alfie, 17 years old, stole $900 from his papa, being hunted by police and private detectives all over the Middle West.
Gee, what a smart cop.
Would you like to notify anybody else, Alfie?
Nah, never mind.
Stop right there, driver. Now, Madge, you go on to the hotel and register. I'm going over to jail.
No, I'll go with you.
All right, there.
Mr. and Mrs. Judge Horton?
Yes? Oh, you must be Marshal Earp.
Yes, sir. I been kind of watching out for you.
Well, thank you, Marshal. I just want you to know how much Mrs. Horton and I appreciate the way you've handled this.
How is Alfred? He wasn't injured, was he?
No, ma'am. You'll have plenty of chance to talk to him before Judge Tobin hears the case.
In open court, I'm afraid?
Sir, we try to handle our minors quietly.
Oh, thank you, Marshal. Thank you. I don't know how this happened or what we did wrong.
I I hope the court will parole after us.
Yes, give us another chance.
Well, ma'am, Judge Tove and Mayor Kelly, they're understanding men. Driver, would you take the bags over to the Dodge House? Come with me.
Don't shoot! Let him go! Marshal, wasn't that our son?
Yes, sir. Now, you and Mrs. Horton go on over to the hotel. I'll take care of things.
You won't hurt him, will you?
What are you going to do with him?
I'm just going to try and bring him back. Now, you go on over to the hotel. Now, don't worry, ma'am.
Hold on, Madge.
I told Walt not to trust him, but he said you gave him permission to let him wait for his folks in the jail office. He whacked Walt on the head and stole his rifle and pistol and took off.
Any idea what trail he might have taken?
Well, him Dode Clemens in the next cell was mighty friendly. I reckon he'd ride south to join Greasy Merkin.
That's right. Come on, move that view.
All it. Just a fool kid.
Mr. Greasy Merkin here?
What's it to you, Sonny?
I got a note from Dode Clemens. He's in jail in Dodge City.
Let me have it.
Are you the Greasy Merkin? The famous outlaw? I ain't doubting your word. You just don't look like an outlaw leader.
There you are, Greasy. You should have shaved this morning. You should have shaved.
Shut up.
It's from Dode, all right. Let him stay in jail.
Why, you can't do that. One of your own men. You gotta ride in there and spring him.
You're a fresh kid, ain't you? Grab his gun. Here, I got a dishwasher for you, Cookie.
I didn't come here to wash dishes.
The spoiled brat from back east somewhere. You're gonna have to whoop some sense into it.
If you don't need a real hand, then give me my guns and let me go.
Well, now I couldn't do that. I've changed hideouts. I don't want you to go blabbing to Wyatt Earp.
I hate him. Give me my 45 and I'll ride back to Dodge and gun him.
Big talk. You wash the dishes.
No.
You hold him, boss. I'll whip him.
Here, I owe him a few licks, too.
And his father and I tried all the rules to win Alfred's confidence. Judge Horton took him hunting and fishing. I reasoned with him. So did his teachers. And Mr. Radford, our minister.
Nothing seemed to do any good, Judge. Instead of loving us, I think he came to dislike us.
Well, people who don't have any children always say that parents are too harsh or too indulgent or... What do you say, Mr. Mayor?
I don't know. I was in favor of sending him to reform school. But after listening to you folks, I just don't know.
A reform school?
Now, Madge.
Well, this has been a trying session for all of us. When Marshal Earp brings the boy back, I'll ask him his opinion.
How are we going to get Alf out of there without shooting?
We won't.
What do you mean?
Alf has joined Greasy's gang. A day or so of them will teach him more about outlaws than all our preaching can do. We'll tell his folks we came back to form a posse.
Ain't you taking a big chance, White? That boy needs a good whipping, I admit. But old Greasy might hurt him real bad.
Well, if he keeps on the way he's going now, he's going to hang someday. Toughen up, Mr. Gibbs. It's a hard world, and outlaws are scum. And Alf, he's got to learn realism. If he doesn't, what's the point in taking him back to bedevil his folks the rest of their lives? Let's get out of here.
down.
You make me.
I'll bust your head open.
Drop that knife, kid. No. I hate you. I hate and despise you all.
Well, gee.
You're afraid of Wyatt Earp.
Yeah?
I'll blast him down, but you won't give me my gun.
Give it to him, boss. He's loco enough to try gunning Earp.
Yeah, maybe even lucky enough. All right, kid. I'm calling your bluff.
It's no bluff. Just give me my gun.
Couldn't find him?
No, sir. We'll have to form a posse.
Right away, Marshal. His mother's frantic.
Well, not tonight, Judge Horton. Just a couple hours before dark.
Well, he's probably hiding someplace in the brush. I'll go along and explain to your wife.
I'd appreciate it. She's almost hysterical. Night, Marshal.
Good night, sir.
Mighty nice folks, the Hortons. I don't understand how they could have a son like Alf.
Well, I tell you, Mr. Kelly, I think they had an ancestor way back about 10 generations ago. Some romantic fool that rode around in a great big white Charger, shining armor, poking swords at windmills. Speaking of local fools, I gotta go check the cattle pens. That's the romantic part about my job.
All right, Mr. Earp.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Horton.
Draw. I dare you, draw.
No thanks.
All right. I gave you a fair break.
You know, all the bad men of the West have notches in their guns. So I'm going to give you a notch, Mr. Horton. You killed a steer. Of course, it won't be a very big notch. You only killed a small steer. But you can remember it with pride for the rest of your life.
My mom and dad in town?
Yeah, they're at the Dodge House.
Look, hide me in jail. Tell them I'm dead. Anything but the truth.
Don't you ever be afraid of the truth, son. I think Judge Tobin will parole you to your folks on one condition.
What's the condition?
Just say you're sorry.
Who's there?
Marshal Earp, sir.
Come in.
I've been a fool. I'm sorry. I'm awful sorry.
Thank you, Marshal.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his
story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Wyatt Earp's decision to quit wearing a star and leave Dodge City provoked controversy which is still discussed to this day. Dodge City knew Marshal Earp as an honest peace officer who had helped change their town from a rowdy cow camp to a law-abiding small city. But the hoodlum element and some of their descendants used profanity in slandering Marshal Earp. Therefore, Dodge City's farewell to Wyatt was highly charged with emotion and suspense.
Stay here. Now rack those guns.
Yes, sir. Ain't you gonna arrest us?
No. You got lots of cause for celebrating. You go inside and yell and scream and laugh all you want to, but you rack your guns.
They ought to get a good pistol whipping.
No. They got a right to express their opinion of me if they want to. Just rack your guns. Now go on.
Thank you, Marshal.
What is this, Wyatt? I heard yelling and shooting.
These Texans seem to want to celebrate Wyatt's leaving town.
And Wyatt let him off. Should have busted their skulls.
Don't be soft. Arrest them, Wyatt.
No, sir. I don't want any trouble the last days of my job. Now, it'd be pretty small of me to throw those men into jail because they express an honest opinion of me. And Doc, Morgan, you and Virgil stay out of the saloons. I don't want any fighting on my account. Morgan, you haven't gotten all the equipment together for our trip yet. You better hop to it.
Wyatt, I want to talk to you. This is serious.
Yes.
Why should anyone hate Wyatt? He's only done his job.
Well, no marshal ever won a popularity contest. Besides, Wyatt is a northerner in a town full of southerners, and the Civil War is not long over. You know, being from Georgia, it's a marvel I don't hate him myself.
They don't show any ordinary human gratitude. You could have killed 10 of them instead of just throwing them in jail. Why, do you realize in all the time you've been in Dodge, you only killed one man, and that by accident?
Yeah, well, one was too many.
Well, you're not leaving with a mere thank you. Judge Tobin and I have made up our minds to that.
No, wait a minute. I don't want a big fuss on anything. What's going on?
You'll find out. Come on in the store.
Oh.
And after prayers by Father Mahoney, why, I'll make my speech. Then Judge Tobin will present you with a testimonial plaque. You'll say a few words. We'll have the barbecue.
Wait a minute. Now, look, I thank you for all the kind words, but I don't want any testimonial.
Fush, that's just your modesty.
No, sir. It's just good common horse sense.
Indeed, now.
There are a lot of cowhands out there in those cow camps that don't like me. They might start trouble.
Disturbing the ceremony? I dare 'em. I'll turn out the GAR with guns as a guard of honor.
Well, you're going to have a big brawl, huh? With all those women and children around.
There'll be absolutely no disturbance.
I don't want to seem ungrateful, but...
I want you to go and talk to the judge, Wyatt. Don't make any decision until you've listened to the judge.
All right.
He's waiting for you in the office. I had a hunch I'd have trouble with you. Of all the difficult, stubborn, hard-headed... I take it back. You're a fine young man. God love you.
And you're the best, Mayor Kelly. I'll go see the judge. Well, I got a lot of friends in this town, Judge Tobin. I got a lot of enemies, too. A lot of them. I know it sounds ungracious, but I just don't think a testimonial is wise. I'm very grateful to you and Mayor Kelly and the rest of them. But I know that as soon as we have...
Wyatt. You don't know. Now, sit down, will you, please?
Yes.
Dodge City owes you a great deal, but you owe Dodge City something, too. Now, Jim has hired Neil Brown to take your place as marshal.
Well, Neil's a very good man.
Yes, but he's no Wyatt Earp. He needs the assurance that the whole town's behind him, that Dodge City will not tolerate hoodlums. Now, how would it look if word got around that we want to give Marshal Earp the send-off he deserves, but we're afraid there'll be a riot?
Well,
I know you think we're selfish, and we are. But you and Jim and I have worked a long time to bring law and order to Dodge.
Yes, sir, we have.
One more thing, Wyatt, and I want you to believe this. You'll be leaving us with some wonderful memories.
Well, sir, I was thinking of one memory I'd like to forget. And that was the day I first rode into your Dodge City. It was curiosity that led me to visit its Boot Hill. And as I looked around, I thought of the men buried there, both good and bad, and wondered how I'd fare as the new marshal of this violent cow town. Well, as it turned out, that moment of curiosity was mighty fortunate for me.
Howdy.
You related to the deceased?
Oh, no, I'm just coming into town. Thought I'd stop by. This is your Boot Hill, huh?
That's right, mister. I'm Pete Bradshaw. I'm the sexton. I guess that's what you call it, but mostly I just dig graves.
You got a funeral today, huh?
Well, it ain't certain. The boys told me to get a grave ready. They aim to kill this new marshal that's coming here, Wyatt Earp.
Oh?
Yeah. You see, they chased Jack Allen, that's the old marshal, out of town. So George Hoover, that's the mayor. So George up and he hires this Wyatt Earp by telegraph. Seems like this here fella, Earp, made a big reputation in Wichita. I reckon this is big enough for Earp.
Well, it might be a little bit longer.
Oh, you know Earp?
Hmm.
How tall is he?
Oh, he's about, well, I'd say just about my height.
Well, you'd run to about 6'1"?
Just about.
6 inches I'll have to add onto this grave. Sure glad you come along, Mr.
Earp.
Yeah, Earp. Huh? You joking with me?
Well, I never joke in cemeteries, Mr. Bradshaw.
But you're just a young fella. You ain't hardly more than a boy.
Guess I kind of aged fast.
I kind of put my foot in it, didn't I?
Don't worry about it.
That's seeing you're such a good sport. I'm going to give you a tip. Don't walk down Front Street. That's the main drag. They'll be laying for you along Front Street.
They will, huh?
Yeah. Hoover and the deputies are holed up in the jail. That's on the plaza. So you go down one of the side streets and kind of sneak in the back door of the jail. That's my advice.
Thank you, but aren't you kind of talking yourself out of a good job?
Well, if it ain't you, it'll be somebody else. And this hole ain't gonna run away. Well, good luck, Mr. Earp.
Thank you, Mr. Bradshaw. And say you might make that about 6 inches wider, too. I like a lot of elbow room.
I saw a man with a star. It must be Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp's in town. Hey, Wyatt Earp is here.
Hey, you Wyatt Earp?
That's right. Take care of your friend. Stop moaning. You're not hurt that bad. Here, plug it up with that and go see the doc. Hold it! Go pick up your friends. bushwhackers. Anybody else that doesn't like the new marshal?
Well, I found out there were. The day Ned Buntline got himself into trouble and we found ourselves trapped, I was really scared.
Oh, no.
What is it?
Get out on your faces, everybody!
There's nobody alive in there.
We'll make sure. Burn it down. I'll cover you.
Now's our chance. I think they're reloading. Mr. Buntline, here's where I use your gun.
Of course, they weren't all unpleasant memories, Judge. I'll never forget my meeting with Shotgun Gibbs a year or so ago in Wyoming. I've been grateful for it ever since. He became the best deputy I ever had. Mr. Gibbs was a solitary man who lived in outlaw country and was determined to be left alone. That's all he wanted, was just to be left alone. When I rode up to his spread that day and was roped into hearing his theories about a peaceable life, well, it didn't take him long to show me that when he said he was a peaceable man, he could darn well prove it.
Can't you read?
Yeah, I can read, Mr. Gibbs.
Now, I'm a peaceable man. I love peace. Oh. But if I don't learn you, I'll have all creation a-riding in here. You any good with your fist?
Oh, pretty good.
Well, that's a relief. 'Cause I sure hate to whip a man who can't put up a decent fight.
Wouldn't you like to talk a little bit first?
Nope. You're too darn fancy. Stand still, will you?
All right.
You're too darn good with your fists.
Now, why don't you just agree to a little conversation, huh?
I come out here to get away from talk. You go put on your guns.
Where are yours?
I'm gonna fetch it right now.
Good.
Yes, sir, Mr. Gibbs did indeed fetch it. And as we went for our weapons, I was in for another surprise. I soon discovered the reason for his curious nickname.
Ain't you got a 45? I like this. We'll shoot at my distance.
I'm taking unfair advantage, Mr. Gibbs. You can't do much damage at that distance with the shotgun.
You stay where you are. When I raise my gun, you start a firing.
You've had enough, Mr. Gibbs.
Look, you want peace? I'm a peace officer. You hear me? I'm a United States Deputy Marshal.
Let me see that pistol you shot me with. 12-inch barrel.
It's a bunt line special. Hey, your shot almost blew my head off. What were you using?
It's a rifled slug, hand-loaded into a Bryce case. It's my own invention, but it takes a British Greener shotgun to handle it. You could have killed me, but you didn't do it. That makes me beholden to you.
Well, you'll have a chance to get even, Mr. Gibbs. Here.
And, Judge, I thought I was going to need Shotgun Gibbs the day the Bar Q boys turned out in Dodge, hoping to see me get beat up by Big Rance and his friends. Rance challenged me to a fight, and his reputation with his fists had me worried, but, well, it was a challenge that could not be ignored without its effect. I didn't have much choice.
Your name, Rance?
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah. Give us first, man.
Wyatt, stop it! Stop it! What happened? Why is Wyatt fighting?
I had no choice.
You stop him! He's lost his mind! He'll put his eyes out! He'll blind him!
Can't stop a fight. Rance won't quit.
Stop it!
Throw some water on it. You can take more of a beating than this.
No, Wyatt, please! You've whipped him!
Stay
Get
back,
up!
Sally. Keep her back. He's had all he can take. All right. Anybody else want some?
Yeah, I do. Driscoll's can't whoop you. Us Rakels can.
No, Wyatt, don't fight anymore!
She's right. You're tired. Look, I either run this town or I don't.
Come on, get up!
Well, when he finally did get up, he knew the Bar Q wasn't running Dodge City.
But remember, Wyatt, we all have more respect for the man wearing that star.
Maybe, but we shouldn't give him any excuse for a wild send-off.
Do you really mean that you'd leave Dodge without a fitting tribute to the work you've done? And let it be said that we're all scared of a few hoodlums?
I just haven't looked at it that way. Well, I guess I'll go through with it.
Ah, thank you, Wyatt.
Do me a big favor, will you?
Yes?
You try and persuade Mayor Kelly to limit his speech to a very, very, very short one.
Well, that'll be difficult. But I'll do my best.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you later.
Right, Wyatt.
Joe, it's good to see you. Well, yeah, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
It's been a long time. How are you? Almost time to commence and no sign of Wyatt.
He'll be here. He said he would.
We can delay a few minutes, Jim. And if he isn't here, you can use your long speech. Have you got it with you?
Have I? Right here. 20 minutes. And since our official guest of honor, Marshal Earp, has been detained on official business, I will ask Judge Tobin to show you the testimonial plaque we had made in Kansas City. I'm sure you will agree that the judge and I have spent your free will contributions wisely. Judge Tobin.
We decided on a silver star and an inscription plate mounted on a genuine mahogany shield. From the citizens of Dodge City to Marshal Wyatt Earp. At the risk of his life and facing many enemies, he gave us law and order.
And now, my friends, before I introduce the distinguished gentleman on the platform, I have an announcement to make. Here he comes now. Here he
Look,
comes
here he is.
now.
Look, there's the marshal.
You're late, Wyatt. Come on up here, Wyatt.
Come on up, Wyatt. You're to sit there by the testimonial plaque.
Thank you.
The barbecue is about to begin, so I will not detain you long with my oration. But of Wyatt Earp, the man we honor today, it can truly be said, we love him for the enemies he has made. To paraphrase from Lord Macaulay, these enemies hate Wyatt Earp, and he will deserve our love so long as he is hated by such as they. Liars, thieves, poltroons, scoundrels, such they are, and such as they are, may all who hate him be.
Come on. I hope that you will believe that your hard and dangerous duty has been well worthwhile.
Thank you, sir. Better see what that shooting's about.
And now may I present this plaque.
Come on, Morg. Hop up in the wagon.
We'd rather have a new one made and send it to you in Arizona.
A new one without the bullet hole.
I'd rather have this one. Kind of like those bullet holes. It's a special endorsement from the Bar W. Judge, thank you for everything.
Good luck, Wyatt.
Mayor Kelly,
Goodbye, Wyatt.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I go with you, please.
Later, my friend. You let me go out to Arizona and find out what it's all about first, huh? Morg? Roll 'em, Virgil.
Wait for me, Wyatt. Hold on a minute. You got another passenger. Any objections?
Well, Doc, what would Arizona be like without you? Hop aboard.
Good luck, Wyatt.
Roll 'em, Virgil.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
You'll hit me.
Well, I ain't never hit anyone yet. Just stand still, Buntline.
That's enough. You've proved you can do it.
I gotta draw a picture of the famous Ned Buntline who wrote all them storybooks about Western heroes.
But you don't have to aim so close.
Well, I gotta draw an accurate picture. Now, hold your head where it was. No, a little bit to the left. There. Now I can finish your head.
You're gonna finish me.
Well, if you live, you can put it in a book.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Ned Buntline, originator of the dime novel portraying life in the wild and woolly West, was a great trial to Marshal Wyatt Earp. Every time the author left New York to gather material for a new book, he expected Wyatt to cooperate with his fantastic ideas. But when Wyatt moved from Dodge City to Tombstone, he thought he had gotten rid of Buntline. Alas, alas.
Well, Spencer, there you are, Tombstone, wickedest town in the West. Now, make a good sketch of it, because we'll put it on the cover of my new book.
It's very, colorful, Mr. Buntline.
Colorful? I'll sell 250,000 copies of the first edition. Oh, and wait until you meet my special friend, Marshal Wyatt Earp. Yes, sir. King of the frontier, that's what I called him. And that book sold 500,000 copies, not counting the English rights. Wyatt Earp, his gold mine. I'll bet he's still wearing that Buntline special coat I gave him. I want to meet some real outlaws, Wyatt. My opposition is cleaning up with books on the James boys and Sam Bass and Billy the Kid. Of course, it's the old Robin Hood legend brought up to date. But my readers, they want outlaws, too. Some gallant band that takes from the rich and gives to the poor. That's the kind of... What's the matter?
Well, Mr. Buntline, I've never met any outlaws like that.
Well, what about the Clanton gang?
No, Mr. Buntline.
But you do know them, don't you, Wyatt?
Oh, yeah, I know them.
We're in luck. He knows the Clantons. Now, Wyatt, all I want is an introduction.
I'm sorry, Mr. Buntline, but if you'll take my advice, you won't go anywhere near them.
But why?
Because they're horse and cattle thieves, they rob stages, and they shoot men in the back, that's why.
Well, now, maybe you're a little prejudiced, Wyatt. I mean, being a peace officer.
Mr. Buntline, it just doesn't do me any good to try and argue with you. Now, the Clantons are dangerous, low-down hoodlums, but if you want to glorify them in a book, well, then that's your business.
But maybe circumstances drove them into crime. Maybe some deep personal tragedy embittered them.
Mr. Buntline, please. Marshal Earp knows his country. If the Clantons are dangerous...
All right. All right, Spencer. Maybe you're right. Maybe I had better take the Marshal's advice. Wyatt, how about having dinner with us down at the hotel?
Be glad to. Snelly Cashman has the finest food in town.
Oh, it's real warming to see you again, my friend.
Well, it's wonderful to see you, too, Mr. Buntline. You know, that gun you gave me is, well, it's kind of been my right arm all these many years.
Good.
Mr. Spencer, I want to thank you for backing me up. The Clantons are no people to monkey around with. I'll see you later.
All right.
Pop, this is just plain foolishness. Inviting a book writer to dinner and then coming all the way in after him.
Emma, he wrote Dameron of the Nugget, and Dameron thinks we ought to treat him friendly.
A man who's friends with Wyatt Earp.
Politics, sis. We can show Buntline that we're hard-working, honest ranchers. And Dameron says that Buntline sells books all over the country.
Well, that must be him now.
Oh, Mr. Clanton. Mr. Buntline, Mr. Spencer, welcome to our city. Mr. Spencer, you sit with my daughter, Emma Clanton, Mr. Spencer, Mr. Buntline. How do you do, Mr. Clanton? Get right in here, sir. Driver.
Leslie. Well, howdy, Mr. Leslie. I thought you were in Denver.
Where do you know me, Wyatt? A Rolling Stone?
Yeah, I know you.
He threatened to shoot a feller over in the Cosmopolitan.
Oh, my joke went sour, Wyatt. I dropped a lizard down a man's neck, and he didn't laugh.
The feller had to laugh or he'd get shot. So the feller told me.
Well, I guess I got a little carried away.
Yeah, I guess you did get a little carried away. Well, if you'd checked your gun, you wouldn't have had that trouble. I'm going to have to hold you here for a while. Mr. Gibbs, you put Mr. Leslie in a nice, clean cell all by himself. Would you like some coffee, Frank?
Well, sure, Wyatt. Drop in for a chat later, huh?
I sure will. Well, they call him Buckskin Frank. He's one of the fastest men with a gun I've ever seen. I want to keep real friendly.
Oh, we're pals, Wyatt. Hey, lead the way, friend. I don't know this jail.
Well, right this way, friend.
I can't figure out for the life of me how Wyatt Earp got the idea that you people were outside the law.
Just politics, Buntline. Why, Earp's a northerner. We're southerners.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Papa, tell him about the Epitaph newspaper.
Oh, yes, Finn. I clean forgot about that. Got a jackleg editor named Clum, the Epitaph has.
Clum?
And everything that the Nugget says, Clum says contrary.
Oh, and there's no such thing, then, as the Clanton Gang.
Clanton Gang? Well, never heard of it. Did you, Finn?
Just a lot of mean talk, that's all.
Oh. You mean you people are blamed for what the real outlaws do?
Why, yes, just politics, Buntline. Oh, daughter, take a chair. Mr. Buntline wants his artist to draw our picture.
What for?
Well, to put in his new book.
Now, don't be shy, my dear.
Do I have to, Papa?
It ain't a matter of having to, Emma. We aim to be friendly and show good manners.
There you are, my dear. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Ike, will you sit right up close to your sister, please? Make a group of it. All right, Spencer, there you have them. The Clantons, en famille. That means all together. There we are. Now, while he's drawing, could I make a few notes on the further misunderstandings?
Just tell the truth, Buntline. That's all we ask.
Well, that's exactly what you get, Mr. Clanton. And I want to thank you for your gracious hospitality.
Say goodbye to Miss Emma for us.
Yeah. Oh, and tell her she's going to like that picture. We're going to put it right on the front cover.
Fine. Now, you drive 'em into town, you drive real careful.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Goodbye, sir.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I didn't believe those people.
Believe them? I didn't either.
Are you going to call them outlaws in the book?
Well, of course I am. Naturally, I'll mix in a little of the Robin Hood in their activities, but don't you see the book? The Clantons posing as respectable ranchers and engaging in all kinds of lawlessness.
I don't think they'll like that, Mr. Buntline.
Yeah, but my readers will.
Unless I'm very wrong, they're violent people, the Clantons.
Well, of course they are. But you don't think they're going to come to New York to shoot me, do you?
Well,
Oh, now, Spencer, buck up. Did you ever hear of a writer getting shot for what he wrote or an artist for what he drew? And we're going to make liars out of those other writers because Ned Buntline actually visited the Clanton outlaws. It's beautiful country around here, isn't it?
Never did understand you, Wyatt. Here I am, a gambler and gunfighter, and we always got along, though. How come?
Well, for one thing, you never fight unless you have to, and
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll come back when you're not busy.
No, he's not busy, man. I'll just take my gun belt and mosey. My gun belt.
There you are, Mr. Leslie.
Thanks again, Wyatt. All yours, man.
Well, what is it this time?
Your friend, Mr. Buntline, wants to write a book about us.
He does?
Well, I read a couple of his books, and they're just trash.
Now, is that a nice way to talk about your guest?
Well, he's not a guest any longer. He came back here this morning, he and that artist fellow. Mr. Earp, you've got to do something about it. He's going to say terrible things about us, and Papa will just kill him, that's all.
Wait a minute. How do you know that Mr. Buntline is going to write anything about the Clantons at all?
By the questions he asked. He pretended to believe Papa, but I know he didn't. He's going to say we're bad people.
Oh, no. No, he's going to make you into heroes.
What?
Oh, sure. If Mr. Buntline ever writes anything about the Clantons, why, well, he'll change your father into a Robin Hood. You'll be victims of circumstance who'll rob the rich and give to the poor.
I don't believe you.
Oh, that's what Mr. Buntline told me himself. You don't have to worry. I'll probably wind up the villain.
I don't trust Mr. Buntline. And I don't want him to put us in a book. And you'd better warn him he can't hide, not even in New York.
This is one of the doggonedest fool things that Buntline has ever done. Now, you and I know outlaws, Mr. Leslie. Have you ever heard of one of our hoodlums that robbed the rich to give to the poor?
Nope.
No, neither have I. Well, I can't stop him from putting nobility into his outlaws, but what do you reckon Clanton will do if Buntline ever publishes that book?
Why, he'd kill the fool, serve him right, too.
Well, I'd rather have him educated.
Would how?
Well, I wonder just what would happen if Mr. Buntline was kidnapped by Buckskin Frank Leslie and his gang of lawless hoodlums.
Oh, that sounds like fun, Wyatt. Well, give me the rest of the joke.
Well, I want to just show them how ornery hoodlums can really be. That is, if you can get some boys to go along with it.
Oh, yes, I think I can. Oh, right on time, but keep him gagged. Come on. Search him.
Is he spoke? Look at this gold watch. It's got a ring. Stick out your hand. Hey, boss. There's a big diamond in this ring. Look here.
Benny, I want 4 you on guard at all times. You see any Wells Fargo men or Pinkertons, you give me the word. We gotta get rid of him.
Yeah, boss.
And that means hiding the body before we lie it out. Now, you understand?
Yes, sir.
You want that gag pulled tighter? Now, you just sit down there while I count your money. There's less than 1,000 here. You wearing a money belt?
No.
Ow! Hey, Benny.
Yeah, boss?
Tell Deadwin to bring in them bank sacks.
All of them?
Everything. Don't know why we bothered to bring you along. Except somebody told you my name, didn't they? Now, didn't they? Who am I?
Buckskin Frank Clanton.
What else they tell you?
They didn't tell...
Out with it.
They just said that you were old man Clanton's cousin. May I have a glass of water, please?
When I get around to it.
We whacking it up here, Frank?
I ain't decided yet. This fat fool's less than 1,000 on him.
Can he identify you?
He can. Worse luck for him.
Oh, no, I can't identify you, Mr. Clanton. You were just pointed out to me on Allen Street, and I couldn't...
Got it. Nobody knows me as a Clanton.
Yeah, he could tie you in with old man Clanton.
Yeah, that cheap, low-down rustler, him and his rowdy boys.
Better get it over with, Frank. You aim to bury him?
Yeah, might be safest. Tell Benny to start digging a grave.
Yes, sir.
You apparently don't know who I am.
You're a drummer, ain't you?
My name is Ned Buntline. I'm the author of 56 novels.
Storybooks? Like they sell on trains?
And all over the world, sir. And furthermore, I am a close personal friend of Marshal Wyatt Earp.
You must be getting mighty careless about his friends.
Well, if any harm comes to me, he'll hunt you down.
Sure. Now, we yanked you right out of Tombstone. Now, where was Earp?
Well, he's heard about it by now, I assure you.
Hey, boss. Deadwood said you was going to bury him first.
What about it?
There ain't no time. We ain't far enough away, and besides, we still got to whack up all that bank money.
You talk too much.
But, boss!
Now, turn around and walk out that door. Go on.
No, boss. No. No, boss. No!
Oh! What? You shot him in the back.
It's as good a place as any.
Hey, Deadwood, come here.
Benny! Look at here, Frank.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No! No, I won't.
Sit still. Sit tight. I'll be sending a committee of boys in to find out why I killed Benny and Deadwood.
You must be mad.
You're like a fox.
I thought there was honor among thieves.
Honor? Why, there's over $40,000 in them bags. Now, when the boys come in, now you just keep your mouth shut, you understand?
Murderer!
We better push along, Wyatt. I got the jitters. I don't trust that buckskin Frank.
Mr. Gibbs, you just don't understand practical jokers. Mr. Leslie's having the time of his life.
Yeah, but you told me that Buntline was right spunky. He just might get some of them fellers sore at him.
Yeah. Come on.
Now, there are 2 of us in here, Tex. And 5 out there. Now, ain't a 2-way cut better than splitting it up 7 ways?
Yeah. But what about him? He'd be a witness.
Well, I got plans for him.
What plans?
Well, see, now, he's a rich writing fella. We'll take him into Tucson and make him wire New York for $20,000. And if he don't, he won't give us no trouble, will you, Buntline?
Will you promise not to kill those men outside?
Well, now, why shouldn't we kill them?
Well, you don't kill your own pals in cold blood.
Well, now, where did you ever hear a thing like that? I reckon a fella's got to be that way, though, to write a book. Well, we better get at it, Tex.
You're not...
Now,
you're
you
not...
keep sitting right there.
Murderers. Unbelievable fiends. I will not...
All done good. Benny Deadwood, you cashed in wonderful.
Done me a little play acting one time.
Well, you scared me. I thought I left a real bullet amongst them blanks. I want to pull off one more murder before we go back in, so don't rush it.
You don't yet on the killing, Sam. On your knees.
No, you don't. Hey, Frank, this Brighton fella's trying to run off. You better say your prayers for sure.
Go ahead. Go ahead and shoot me.
You want to die?
Well, my death will bring Wyatt Earp and some brave peace officers after you.
Get the bullets out of my saddlebag there and get the guns ready. You stand up against that wall. Keep those there.
These ain't blank strength, they're real bullets.
Shut up. I know what I'm doing.
How things going?
Well, all right so far, Marshal, but if I was you, I'd move in fast. Sometimes Leslie gets carried away with his joking.
Thank you.
Now stand steady, your buntline. How do you expect me to draw your picture with you flinching and moving?
Get it over with.
There's plenty of time. Move your head a little bit to the left. There. I want the rest of Glance to know how Buckskin Frank drawed your picture with bullets.
You almost hit him, Frank.
Huh? I draw my wife's picture like this time and time again.
Did you murder her?
Oh, she left me. She said it got on her nerves. Silly girl. You notice the spacing of them bullets? You see any wobble in that line? Give me that other gun.
You're going to murder me anyway. Do it with one shot.
Spunky, cuz, ain't he? Yeah. I kinda hate to do this. Hold it. Wider.
Put the gun on the table. You all right, Mr. Buntline?
Oh, why, thank heaven you're here. He killed most of his men, and he was going to kill me.
Mr. Gibbs, you take those criminals outside, tie them up, and put them on a horse. We're going to throw them in jail.
Outside, Embers.
Scum.
Scum. Scum.
Now, you come on over here and sit down, Mr. Buntline. You look mighty nervous.
Oh, why, it was awful. It was just awful.
Well, you just relax there. Mr. Gibbs, bring Mr. Buntline the bottle. I want you to tell me exactly what happened.
Oh, Wyatt, he broke every rule in the outlaw's code. Oh. The men he killed didn't have a chance. They didn't have a chance. No.
Well, when you're raised by Apaches, it's...
Yeah. You see, they took all my things, and they took my money, and they were going to hold me for ransom. And if you hadn't come, I'd be dead. I'd just be dead.
Here, thank you, Mr. Gibbs. Here, now, you take some of this.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Just drink a little of that. You.
I would be dead.
You sure you're not exaggerating?
Wyatt, when a man comes as close to death as I was, he sees things very clearly. I remembered everything you said, but you only guessed at their fiendishness.
Really?
Yes. But soon, the world will know the truth. Wyatt, was he really raised by Apaches?
Mescalero tribe, I think.
Mescalero? How do you spell? Oh, never mind. I'll get it.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. he made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Look inside his hatband.
Here it is. Arizona lottery ticket. 875-19. That's it. Let's get out of here.
The 10% Ring, a political gang who ran Arizona territory in the 80s, decided to operate a big lottery for the ostensible purpose of raising money for new schools. The lottery was supposed to pay off $380,000, but it paid off in murder, thievery, and trouble for Marshal Wyatt Earp.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
3 murders in less than 5 hours. Cowhand, a miner, and a store clerk. Why?
Gun smugglers, maybe.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. These were poor men. They had to work hard for the living.
Maybe they gambled.
With what?
Did you ever see any of these? Arizona lottery, Deacon.
Of course I've seen them. Why would they be killed for lottery tickets? They haven't even had the drawing yet.
How do you know? Maybe that Prescott crowd is a little slow in telling the newspapers the results.
The Prescott gang wouldn't get involved in murder. No, it would have to be the 10% Ring in Tucson. You think they've taken over?
Why, that Shiloh Smith would try anything.
Well, the papers have done said that Governor Fremont himself is handling the drawing.
No, he wouldn't get involved in something like that.
Granted, but 5 will get you 10 that those Tucson boys must have a man installed somewhere and were tipped off as to the winning numbers and whoever bought those tickets.
Let's go check the men that were killed. See if we can find out whether they bought tickets.
Big 8, loser. Hello, Mr. Milligan.
Excuse me, boys. Johnny, got a deal I want to talk to you about. In the back room.
Johnny don't want a deal.
What Clara means, Mr. Milligan, is that I'm kind of busy right now.
This won't take 2 minutes.
All right. Take over, me.
Johnny, wait. Johnny, take this.
What's that for?
You may need it, honey.
Honey, I know Mr. Milligan.
Johnny, please, take it.
All right, all right. Now, you satisfied?
Honey, be careful.
All right. Yes, sir, Mr. Milligan.
Now, Johnny, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Want to sell your lottery ticket?
My lottery ticket?
Well, you got one, ain't you?
I might have.
Well, I'm buying up tickets. Now, I know you're a bad luck boy. That's why they call you Johnny Behind the Deuce.
That's right.
Still and all, I reckon I could give you twice what you paid for it.
Well, now, that's a nice sum, Mr. Milligan, but I promised Clara I wouldn't sell it. She's working on a hunch.
What do you want for it?
Well, I told you, Mr. Milligan, I can't sell it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I've got to have it.
Well, hold on there. Why pick on me?
Come on, hand it over.
Well, I told you I can't.
Why, you...
I'll get a good lawyer for you, honey.
Just a minute, Miss Claire. You're in love with Johnny, aren't you?
I want to marry him. Why?
Because Johnny's in a lot more trouble than he realizes. He's still in danger. Did you know that Milligan is part of the 10% ring?
Yes, Johnny met him in Tucson. Milligan was working for Shiloh Smith, kind of a big political J.
Yes, I know, Mr. Smith. Do you have any idea why he would want to have Johnny killed?
No. We bought a lottery ticket. Milligan tried to force Johnny to sell it to him. And when Johnny wouldn't, he drew his gun. Johnny killed him in self-defense. And that's the truth, Mr. Earp.
I believe you.
Well, I didn't think you would.
Well, I do. Now, where do you have the ticket?
You'd have to search me to find it.
Well, I don't think I'll try that. Look, 3 men were killed because of their lottery ticket. Now, I suggest you hide yours in a safer place.
I'll hide it real good.
One more thing. Don't try to get Johnny out of here.
But I promised him.
Believe me, he wouldn't stay alive long if he was out.
You're right, Mr. Earp. He would be safer in jail.
All right. I'm going to have to leave town for a few days. Anybody ask you, you just tell them that Johnny's being held here for Milligan's shooting. That's all you know about it.
I'm a clam. Thanks, Mr. Earp. Thanks very much.
I'll be in Tucson about sundown. Think Shiloh Smith still got that list of winners in his office?
I don't think he'd keep it any other place.
I'm glad he doesn't know you. But you better leave that badge off and don't take your shotgun in.
I vote that we put the pistols on Shiloh and force him to show us the list.
No, I don't want him to see me. If he does see me, why, he'll know I'm onto his scheme and he'll try to cover up everything.
I wish you'd let me handle him my own way.
Now, let's go.
Yes? Well, what is it now?
There's a big hayseed out there. Says he has to talk to you. Says it's important.
All right, I'll see him, but don't let anyone else in. Close up and go on home.
Yes? Mr. Smith will see you now, but only for a few minutes. Come in.
Well, thank you kindly.
Well, well, my friend. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, sir, I've been cheated in that there lottery.
You've been cheated?
Yes, sir.
I'm astonished.
5 tickets I bought them. All of them sure winners, too. Now, why ain't I been paid?
Well, now, that's simple, Mr.
Jones. Ezra T. Jones.
You see, Mr. Jones, the official drawing hasn't even been held yet.
Well, that ain't the way I heard it. They tell me them winners was drawed over at Prescott several days ago.
Who told you that?
Well, the same fella that told me I had them winning tickets. He seen the list.
Well, that's news to me.
Well, you're the high monkey monk around Tucson, ain't you? Looks to me like you ought to be able to get a hold of that list.
If there is one, I might be able to. But the winning numbers will be announced in the newspapers, and there's no reason why you can't wait.
Watch the doors. I'm going to search in first. There it is. I'm going to copy down these names.
Take the list and let's get out of here.
No. I don't want him to know that whoever slugged him found his paper.
I told you he'd have it with him.
I don't know about you two, but me and Roscoe are hightailing it out of here before that fella wakes up.
Look at the list there. It's the list of numbers from the big lottery. Yeah. 690, 531, 875.
Mr. Annings?
Yes?
My name's Marshal Earp. You're the assistant manager of the lottery, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Come in, Marshal.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
Well, sir, you can tell me when you're going to pay off the local winners.
Well, as soon as the money reaches the Tombstone Bank, tomorrow.
I'm glad to hear that. Can you give me a list of the names of the winners?
Well, the only list of names is of the original purchasers, and it's in Prescott. But I don't need it. You see, we don't pay by names. We have to pay by winning numbers.
How's that?
Well, lots of folks sell and resell their tickets, Marshal. It's a rule of the lottery to pay by number.
I see. Well, I'll be at the bank tomorrow when you pay off.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Mr. Earp? Mr. Earp?
Howdy, Miss Blair.
Johnny's ticket just won. I just saw the number at the newspaper.
Well, congratulations to both of you.
Oh, isn't it wonderful? Just imagine, $15,000. We can do anything we ever wanted to.
Say, have you got that ticket safely hidden?
Oh, yes, I have it in my room.
Do you know Mr. Ross at the bank?
Uh-huh.
Will you take that ticket and put it in an envelope and go over to Mr. Ross? Tell him I said that he should put it in the vault for you.
Oh, all right. Oh, Mr. Earp, don't forget to tell Johnny the reason I can't get him out of jail.
Well, after he hears about all that money, I don't think he'll mind staying in jail a mite longer.
No.
Now, you go on and get that ticket, huh?
Who is it?
It's a friend of yours, Mr. Smith.
Just a minute, honey.
Back up. Back up.
I don't know you. What's the meaning of this?
I want that lottery ticket that your man stole from my room.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You hand it over.
Now give me that pop gun.
You give me that ticket.
I'll give you nothing.
He took Johnny's ticket and he wouldn't give it back to me.
See how bad he's hit. Why don't you come to me first?
There wasn't time. I thought he might have hit it or passed it on to someone else.
he's gonna live. I'm sorry to say. He's got hit in the shoulder.
You take him on over to the hospital. Tell Dr. Goodfellow to keep this quiet. I don't want those other thieves scared off. You come with me.
Okay, come on, Shiloh. You ain't hitting the legs.
All right, break it up. Go on, break it up. There's nothing to look at. They all got homes to go to. Go to them. Look, I want you to stay alive, so I'm going to put you in jail. Any of your friends try to bail you out, you refuse. I want you to ask for protective custody, you understand?
Yes, sir. I'll do whatever you say. Will I go to prison for shooting him?
Well, that depends on Judge Spicer. Johnny will plead self-defense in shooting Milligan. I think you'll be cleared. But your only defense is to tell everything about Shiloh Smith and about the theft of that ticket.
I intend to, Mr. Earp.
Good.
Well, I guess we're ready. You can open up the doors. But remember, Marshal, I'm not responsible for what you do.
I'll take full responsibility.
Well, it's about time you opened this door. Morning, Gibbs.
69073, $100.
Well, you did all right, too. I hear the winner. Look at that.
53118.
Real easy money. Thanks.
$250.
Give it to me. Thank you. Marshal Earp, I'll buy you a 5-gallon can of milk.
Thank you, Ethan.
You're welcome. Hello, Doc.
115-8. Oh. $5,000. $875-19. $10,000.
You men are under arrest. Hold it. Hey. Get over there.
I ain't dying for Shiloh Smith.
You better say that in court. Those tickets don't belong to you or Mr. Smith. They belong to 2 murdered men. Now go on.
Let's go.
I wish this trial was over. I wish I'd never bought that lottery ticket.
Honey, how can you say that? $15,000? That'll take us anywhere we want to go.
Clara, you talk like all we gotta do is bow to that judge and then walk out of the courtroom. And then catch a boat for Paris or someplace.
Honey, what are you worried about? Marshal Earp said that you'd get off. And Shiloh Smith can't deny that he had that ticket stolen from my room. Soon as I tell the judge just how it happened.
Yeah, honey, yeah, the court will turn us loose.
Well?
But then the 10% ring will kill us. You just don't understand, honey. You just don't understand, that's all. This lottery is big. It's bigger than you know. The whole territory's mixed up in it. Men are killed for the tickets, honey, before the drawing. Shiloh knew my ticket would win.
But, Johnny,
and if you say anything about anything in court, you and I are as good as buried.
But, Johnny, I'll go to jail.
Well, look, maybe not, honey. Maybe not. He didn't die, you know.
All right, Johnny, I'll do whatever you say.
It just ain't fair. It ain't fair, that's all. The first chance we get, and it turns into worse than what we had before.
Johnny, don't. I love you no matter what happens.
Well, I love you too, Clara. More than you know. That's why you gotta do just exactly like I told you. All right?
All right, Johnny.
Johnny, time for your trial, son.
Good luck, honey.
And, Miss Claire, Marshal Earp won't see you before your trial starts, so if you please, we'll just wait out here.
Sit down, won't you? I talked to Judge Spicer. I'd like to go over your testimony.
I haven't got any testimony.
You told me yesterday that
That was yesterday.
Somebody threatened you? Look, Miss Clara, I have no proof without you. I need your testimony.
And I need to stay alive.
Well, I've thought about that.
I'll bet you have. You win your case and Johnny and I'll go free. Only where are we going to go? We couldn't stay in Tombstone, and we'd never get out alive.
I think you stand a good chance for acquittal. But my charges against Shiloh Smith are made. Johnny's being set free right now. And there is a way to leave Tombstone.
They'll be watching the stage lines and the roads. How...
I promised to get you out of town safely, Miss Clara. The rest is up to you.
What's up to me?
Whether you testify against Smith? Now, I don't want to lose this case, but I can afford to lose it. I don't think you can afford to let me. It's time you were in court.
I want this handled in my way, understand?
If the court please, Your Honor.
Proceed.
I represent Mr. Smith, the complaining witness. He does not wish to press charges against Miss Nelson.
I see. Marshal Earp?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith has dismissed his charges. Now, are there any other witnesses to Miss Nelson's alleged assault with a deadly weapon?
No, sir.
Very well. This court rules for dismissal.
Your Honor?
Yes?
Even though the complaining witness against Miss Nelson does not wish to press charges, she is my principal witness and has knowledge of facts. Therefore, I ask the court to hear her testimony.
Miss Nelson, you will take the stand, please. Order. Continue, please.
When I asked him to give me back Johnny's ticket, he wouldn't do it. I saw the man that hit me hand it to Mr. Smith, so I knew he had it. But then he started to rush me, and I was afraid if he got the gun, he'd kill me. So I shot him first.
I see. What gave you this great fear of Mr. Smith?
A man named Milligan who used to work for Mr. Smith at Tucson. He tried to rob Johnny of the same ticket, and that's when Johnny shot him in self-defense.
Well, it would appear that Mr. Smith is guilty of suborning 2 felonies at least. The court rules that Mr. Smith be held without bond.
You can't hang anything on me.
That will do, sir. Marshal?
Sit down.
Miss Nelson, the court must hold you as a material witness against Smith.
You mean I don't have to go to prison?
Well, a citizen who tells the truth when she doesn't have to deserves the court's consideration. This court is adjourned.
Thank you, Miss Clara, for all your help. And for having faith that I'd think of a way of getting you out of town safely. Shiloh Smith would have never been convicted otherwise.
She was a lot smarter than me, Marshal. I was dead sure they'd kill us.
Well, they didn't. We'll be free now. Thanks, Marshal. I guess sometimes people just have to trust each other.
Sometimes they do.
Come on. What's your head?
Now, don't make a sound till you get outside of town. The hearse won't talk if you don't.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Marshal.
Walk him slow until you're way outside town.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Marshal Earp disliked working with the posse, and he avoided it when he could. But news that the San Bernardino gang had crossed from California into Arizona territory and were heading toward Old Mexico left Wyatt no choice. It would take many extra men to cover canyons and trails and make a fight against the San Bernardinos.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
When our famous Marshal Wyatt Earp came into the bank that morning, I stopped my work to take a good look at him. I guess it was just plain hero worship. I don't know why a bank clerk like me should have admired Wyatt Earp so much. He was a tough man, wearing guns, and I couldn't have envied him his job or the dangerous life he led.
Marshal Earp, this is Ollie Smith.
How do you do, sir? How do you do, Mr. Smith? Happy to know you.
I think Smith was on the wrestling team or something like that in college, eh, Smith?
No, sir. I boxed and played some rugby football.
Can you shoot a gun?
Well, I shot some quail and some rabbits with a 12-gauge.
I wish the bank had someone more experienced.
Mr. Smith will do fine. Real fine. You get into your hunting clothes and be over at my office at noon, huh?
What the... Marshal's organizing a posse. Catch a gang called San Bernardino Boys headed for the Mexican border. Of course, we're assuming you'll volunteer. But if you don't want to go...
No, sir. I'll be glad to go.
Good. Mr. Bradshaw would like the bank represented.
Mike Noonan. He's day boss out at the Tough Nut Mine.
Scratch him. He hasn't ridden a horse in years.
Jim Biggs, ramrod of the R-30.
Biggs. Hey, Doc, what do you think of Biggs, R-30?
Pretty fair hand.
Who's next?
A fellow by the name of Arlie Smith, over at the Tombstone Bank.
Smith. He's a greener, but I like his looks.
Just so he doesn't spook on us.
Or get himself killed.
Well, I'll let him drive the chuck wagon. Who's next?
Special Agent Dale, Southern Pacific.
He's a good man.
Yeah. Judd and Tompkins, Santa Fe. Both of them special agents, too.
Yeah.
All packed? I won't need my shaving things, son.
You don't know what you'll need. You don't know anything at all about this posse business.
Well, I'll get told. Wyatt Earp will see to that. There's nothing to cry about, Martha.
He didn't need you.
If he didn't, he wouldn't have asked me.
Arlie, you'll get hurt.
I have to go, Martha. The bank expects it of me. And I expect it of myself.
I'm sorry. Go on. Get started now.
That's my girl.
I'll be all right here with Mrs. Williams.
I'll be back in a day or so.
Now, you're carrying your own Winchester and a Colt 45. You're gonna need a good saddle for a long haul. You tell Mr. Gibbs to fix you up, Mr. Jennings. Mr. McNerney?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Holliday says that you know the Santa Cruz River country between Madera and Nogales.
Yes, sir. I've been hunting down there for 15 years or more.
Good. You take this Army map and lay out a trail for us, huh?
Yes, sir. Marshal, we need plenty of 45 cartridges, too.
We got it. Put it in the box, huh? Now, I've decided to split the posse into 3 groups, Dr. Holliday, Mr. Gibbs, and myself. Is that all right with you?
That suits me, sir.
I think the railroad men ought to split up, one go with each group. You all know the Sambaduras by sight.
I sure do.
All right, load up.
Let's go, boys.
Smith, sir. I'm from the bank.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Smith. Can you drive a team of horses?
Well, I'm not an expert.
Well, you won't have to be. Dr. Holliday will be riding on a chuck wagon with you most of the time. You better trade that quail grunt in for a sawed-off shotgun. You load it with buckshot.
Yes, sir.
The ammunition's already loaded. You'll be responsible for that and the canteens.
Anything else, Marshal?
I almost forgot. Dr. Goodfellow's loading up the medical kit. You go on over to the hospital and pick it up.
Yes, sir.
Relax, Sonny. We got a lot of miles to go yet.
These horses sure seem to know I'm a greener. Loafing on me.
Well, you are a greener.
I can't deny that. You know, I'm still wondering why Marshal Earp chose me, anyway.
It's a matter of keeping discipline.
How's that?
My young friend, nobody but a greener or a cook will drive a chuck wagon.
They won't, huh?
Don't let it break your heart, Sonny. Just think of yourself as a living sacrifice to our overwhelming Western pride. In return, Deacon Earp, Shotgun Gibbs, and I will try to make sure that you're not a dead sacrifice. Whoa, slow them down.
Oh, boy, oh. Oh, boy, oh.
Easy, easy.
You getting the hang of it, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Mount up, will you, Doc?
Trouble up there, Wyatt?
I run into a couple strangers. They claim to be special agents for Southern Pacific.
What do Dale, Judd, and Tompkins say?
Well, Dale doesn't know them. Gonna check with the others. You stay here, Mr. Smith.
Well, it didn't exactly break my heart to discover why Earp had picked me to drive the chuck wagon. But I felt disappointed. I guess I had expected to be galloping a horse in a swirl of dust with 245s in my gun belt.
Halt! Halt! He's mine! Hold it! Watch that gun!
It's not hit bad. Go get the medical kit. How many Sambadors in those mountains?
More than you got, Johnny Law.
Where are they?
You find them.
A couple of men put them in the chuck wagon. Mr. Gibbs?
Come on.
Your detail's gonna have to bury the other one. If you do that, come on back and guard the chuck wagon. The rest of us will go on ahead.
Boys, grab them shovels. Give me a hand.
Come on up.
Mr. Earp,
Yeah?
will you tell me what happened?
All right, Mr. Smith. A couple of Sambadors tried to pose themselves as railroad detectives to throw us off the trail. The other one's dead. You go give the boys a hand.
Water. 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 Water.
I guess it's all right.
Cut that out, son. If you don't talk, you don't get no water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gibbs. I didn't know.
Boys! Boys! We'll head on out for the first camp. Wyatt and the rest of them will meet us there. You get this here wagon moving. Just follow me and Roscoe.
Well, Mr. Gibbs, shouldn't somebody lick the prisoner? He might be bleeding or something.
Well, that's up to him. He could talk and save us a heap of trouble. He probably figures maybe some of his friends will bushwhack us. Let's go. All right, let's move out.
Find the trail, sir?
Yes, we did. We'll probably head for the Santa Cruz River. Means we gotta cross Razor's Back. It's a rough road. Mr. Gibbs will drive until we make camp.
Yes, sir.
How's our prisoner?
Well, he keeps asking for water, but Mr. Gibbs said not to give him any.
That's right. When he gets thirsty enough, he'll talk.
Well, how many boys you figure they got?
Oh, not more than a dozen in the main party. But they may have split up.
You think they'll turn on us?
Not before dark. And keep those horses at a walk.
I'm burning up. I need some water.
You ready to talk?
I don't know nothing.
Well, then you stay thirsty. Move on.
Here I, boy!
Rest easy, son. There ain't gonna be no bushwhack along here.
What makes you so certain, Mr. Gibbs?
Well, bushwhackers need easy running room. Besides, Roscoe ain't even brayed once.
You mean Roscoe would warn us?
Well, sure he would. That there mule can smell trouble a half a mile away.
Well, the Sambadors could just be right up there waiting to pick us off with rifles.
Them outlaws ain't fools.
What do you mean?
Well, Wyatt always tries to figure what he'd do if he is an outlaw. Them there San Bedouers hit us. It'll happen tonight when we're camped on the Lizard. What's left of them can run downhill to the river.
Mr. Earp is an intelligent man.
Smartest John Law ever I met up with. Of course, he'd been dead a long time ago if he wasn't extra bright. Move along, boy.
Water.
Mr. Smith, bring me that canteen.
Water. No fooling.
You ready to talk?
Talk. No.
We can wait.
Mr. Earp. That was rather cruel, wasn't it?
Hunting outlaws is a cruel business, Mr. Smith. The San Bedou gang murdered 17 people in California. You give them the chance, they'll wipe us out.
Yes.
You get yourself some supper. You come back here and stand guard duty until midnight. The San Bedouers may decide to hunt us.
Watch it.
Oh, Marshal Earp.
That gun cocked?
Yes, it is.
Lower the hammers. Easy. We don't carry our guns cocked, Mr. Smith. A man could stumble and hurt himself or shoot a friend.
Yes, sir.
Now, you turn in and get some sleep. Mr. Gibbs will take over.
Is it midnight yet, sir?
Just about.
Oh, Marshal, if it's just the same to you, I'd like to stand the full watch.
Watch it! Keep down! Hold your fire!
Shotgun, take the left draw. Doc, take the center. I'll take the right.
Sir, coming in with 2 prisoners. Lie down. I said lie down. Where's Smith? Keep an eye on them.
Well, boys, look what we got here.
San Bedou, boy. Mr. Earp, it's me.
Thought you were gonna watch the chuck wagon.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, but I got scared and ran away.
All right. Go on back to camp. Go on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Deacon? Deacon?
Yeah?
So far, we've killed 5 and captured 3. I suppose it has occurred to you that there are San Bedouers scattered all over these mountains.
Just have to take them as we find them, Doc.
My pals didn't make it, huh?
No, they didn't.
I won't talk to John Law, but I'll talk to you. I gotta have some water.
You'll talk first.
Dice Box Canyon. That's what Turk Higgins and most of the boys is camped. Now, water. For Lord's sakes, give me some water.
All right. Hey, not so much at once. You won't keep it down.
Mr. Smith, I told you not to give him any
He
water.
talked. The main gang is in a place called Icebox Canyon.
All right, give him all the water he wants. That's what I'm up against, Mr. Smith. The men are brave enough, they just don't want to ride into that canyon blind.
I didn't think you knew what they felt.
It's my job to know what every man in a posse feels.
Say, why don't you let me go in there and take a look around?
You?
Sure, I'm the logical choice. Well, if I'm caught, they take me for what I am, a greener, not a John Law. You could fix me up with some pots and pans and shovels, and I'd look like a greenhorn prospect.
There's quite a risk to it.
I won't run out on you this time, Mr. Herb.
You've done your running, Mr. Smith. I'd bet on that.
Thank you, Marshal.
I think it was Mr. Earp's idea all along, but he didn't want to suggest it on account of Martha. I'm sure he wanted to give me this chance to make up for last night.
Marshal, we better hurry. They're breaking camp. They might be gone.
How many of them?
Only about 10 men, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Doc, we'll go in by foot. Spread across the canyon. Mr. Gibbs, you take 2 men, and Mr. Biggs, form a second line in case they try to ride over us.
He aims to take them all alive.
I sure do. It's a lot easier than digging graves for them. Well, let's move on. We're short on time.
Marshal Earp, if you don't mind, I'd like to go along.
You stay here and watch the horses and the prisoners.
Yes.
Lot to do about nothing, kid. Turk and the boys already got away.
How's for some water, kid?
Not until it's over.
Hurry him up. Four men dead.
Gibson, I didn't do it.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm digging for a slug.
Not with a dirty knife, you're not. Mr. Smith, you do it. Use a probe and a forceps.
Yes, sir.
Well, come on, boy. Start a digging.
Where's Gibbs? He went with Marshal Earp to guard the prisoners digging graves.
Surprised Wyatt didn't try to do it by himself.
Well, they're coming back now.
Get off that leg. Ride in the wagon.
Yeah, I believe we will.
Get up there. You need some water?
Not right now. Let's get out of here. It's bad country after dark.
We were all too tired to talk, but I kept watching Marshal Earp at the head of the posse and thinking of the job he'd done. He went into the mountains and he broke up the San Bernardino gang before they could escape to Mexico. He was under fire 3 times. I kept thinking, where and how do we find men like him? And what keeps him risking his life in such a job as this?
Just a moment. Arlie! Arlie, honey. Oh, thank God. Look, tell me what happened. Why are you so quiet?
Marshal Earp, you had him all wrong.
Wrong?
You know, he says if he ever needs another posse, he'll be glad to call on me. Think of that. Me riding with Wyatt Earp.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Come on, Tabor, we'll have one more drink. Well, howdy. What are you doing sitting there? You're too pretty to be sitting out here in the cold all by yourself. Come on inside, I'll buy you a nice little drink, huh? Warm you up.
Please go away.
Well, now, that ain't very sociable.
Please.
Now, you ain't too good to have a drink with me, are you?
Don't touch her.
Why not? You go away and leave her sitting here all alone, why shouldn't she have a drink with me?
Get away from her.
Hiram, peace. Please. Just come on.
Peace. Say, where are you all from? True light. You're some of them true lighters. What are you doing around here?
That'd be none of your business.
Oh, I guess it is. I don't like true lighters, and we don't want them around these parts.
Take your hands off me.
You get out of Tombstone and don't come back. You hear me?
And if I don't, what will you do?
You'll do just like we done back in Kansas. We'll run you out.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
In the frontier West, men fought over many things. Differences monetary and romantic, political, racial, and religious. Both good men and bad were caught in this violence and sometimes brought to their doom. And often their quarrels became the problem of Wyatt Earp.
I never see nothing like it, Marshal. I swear, if we hadn't pulled him off, he'd have killed Odie. Like to tore out his windpipe as it is.
You want to tell me what happened?
My husband just got angry, Marshal, because that man spoke to me.
Offered her liquor. Tried to touch her. He's got no right to do a thing like that.
Maybe not. But that's no excuse for you to try and kill him either.
He was drunk.
Sometimes my husband doesn't realize his own strength, Marshal, when he's angry.
You want to make a charge against him?
No. But he'd better make none against me, or I'll charge him with molesting my wife.
That ain't why he done it, Marshal. They're true lighters.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, you heard about them, ain't you?
Yes. It's a small religious sect up in Colorado someplace.
Fanatics. I've seen enough of them and their troublemaking, and I told him so. Told him we didn't want no part of them around here.
Oh, you spoke for the whole town, did you?
For some, anyways. I ain't the only one that feels this way. Anyways, that's why he jumped me.
He threatened us.
How?
Said he'd do the same to us like they did in Kansas. He's one of them.
He'll do nothing of the kind. We're not going to bring up that old fight again. Now, anybody of any faith who wants to live peaceably in Tombstone can do it, and I'll see to it. You understand that? Now, you go on about your business and stop causing people trouble.
They settle down around here, there'll be trouble, all right. You wait and see.
Mr. Grant, I advise you to curb your temper. Next time, it could get you into real trouble.
Are you threatening me too, Marshal?
I'm not threatening, I'm warning you. What he said is true. There are others here who might feel the same way he does.
For instance, you, Marshal?
I have nothing against any group. Everybody here has the same rights, but I don't like troublemakers, no matter who they are.
Come, Selma.
You needn't worry, Marshal. We won't make trouble.
Wife, you hear me?
Kind of late to be traveling, isn't it? We got a couple of nice hotels here. Good campsite just outside of town if you're planning on staying all night.
Where we go and where we stop isn't any of your business, is it, Marshal?
It might be.
But you can rest easy, because we're not stopping here.
Who was that?
A couple of true lighters by the name of Grant.
Leaving Colorado? Traveling all this way alone? That ain't like them. They usually stick together.
I know. I got a notion to do a little checking up.
Hey, Elmer! Hey!
Howdy.
What's going on here?
Moving into town. No more grubbing for a living for me.
You mean you finally took my advice and give up on that cow pasture of yours?
I didn't give up on the ranch. I sold it.
Well, what fooled you foisted off on?
Fool by the name of Grant. Him and the missus already moved in.
You mean that true lighter?
Oh, was he a true lighter? I didn't rightly notice.
You mean he paid you enough you didn't want to notice?
Well, what's it matter anyways?
You know what it matters. You're the fool, Elmer. You let one of them in, the whole tribe comes. Taking up all the land, pretty soon there ain't no room for no one else. You know how it was back in Kansas and Colorado. Now all that land ain't enough for them. They're moving down here into this territory, taking over piece by piece, and you helping them.
I didn't mean no harm, Odie. I mean, just one.
One of them's one too many. Well, he won't stay.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'll see to it. That house of yours made out of wood, ain't it? And the barns?
Now, Odie, listen. They got a right.
Not while I'm here, they ain't. Anyways, it's no concern of yours. You got your money. You just leave it to me and a few others that feels like me. You just keep your mouth shut. Get it.
Marshal?
Yes, Mr. Bates, what can I do for you?
I don't like to say nothing, Marshal, but I really don't feel the same way Odie does about him. I don't think the same way at all.
What are you talking about?
The true lighters. Now, just because they got different ideas than we do, don't mean there's any harm to them.
What true lighters, Mr. Bates?
The folks that bought my place up at Cow Creek Canyon, Grant's the name.
What about them?
Marshal, I think you better do something. Odie's, well...
What about Odie?
He's going out there today and burn them out.
Chance to get out alive. If you don't come out now, we'll burn the house down around you. You hear me? All right. You asked for it.
Hold it, Odie! Drop those cartridges! Move back! The rest of you just sit easy.
You ain't gonna talk us out of this, Earp. We're citizens of this territory, and we say these people's got to go.
You got some legal reason you can't settle here, all right, but don't try to burn them out. You'll answer to the law.
You're only one man, Earp.
You want to kill me? Because that's what you're gonna have to do.
All right. We'll see they don't stay. Nobody'll buy from him. Nobody'll sell to him, not even food. They sure can't grow much around here. And there won't be nothing you can do about it, Earp. It'll all be legal.
You're just talking, Odie. There are not enough people that feel the same way you do about it to make it stick.
I'll get enough. And we'll see to it no more true lighters get in here. Nobody'll dare to sell to him.
Why do you hate him so, Odie? Why can't you live and let live?
Ask them that, Marshal. Live and let live. You want to know why I got this hate for him? You heard of the Fraser wagon train? And Jericho Canyon? You want to hear that story again, Marshal? 4 wagons of men, women, and kids was trapped and massacred in Jericho Canyon by Arapaho Indian and true lighters!
Only a few fanatics, Odie. The other true lighters condemned them for it as much as anybody. That was a long time ago, and it's best forgotten.
Forgotten? I'll never forget, Marshal. One of those wagons was mine. My wife and kids. I'd have been with them, only I was out ahead scouting for water. I'll never forget, Marshal. I rode back and saw what the Indians did to them. All of them. My wife and... It was men like this Brant that set the Arapahoes on him. Who gave the signal. Men they trusted, men they thought had come to save them from the savages. But they only came to trick them into giving up the fight, and then they... I'll never forget, Marshal. Now you get out. Or you answer to me. I don't care about your law.
What are you going to do now?
Defend myself. I got a right to. If he comes back, I'll kill him.
Hiram. Was it like he said at Jericho Canyon? Was that the way it was?
What are you waiting for? You got more right here than the others.
I have a couple of questions.
What questions?
Why are you here? Apart from your own people. It's almost like you were trying to hide out in this miserable little place. This is no garden spot. You'll never grow your apricots and alfalfa here. And you'll never have your own kind of church here because no other true lighters will ever come here. What is it, Grant? You trying to run away from something?
Get out. You've got no warrant, and I don't have to answer your questions.
I think you do.
Why?
I don't think your name is Hiram Grant. I think it's Hiram Greener, and you're wanted as the leader of the Jericho Canyon Massacre.
What makes you think that?
I have a reason. You better come along with me.
You can't arrest me just on suspicion. It isn't legal. Besides, you've got no charge against me.
There's a charge against Hiram Greener.
But if I'm not him, it'll be false arrest.
I'll take that chance. I do have a charge against you. Attempted murder. You tried to dynamite 6 men.
Defending my home.
That'll be up to the jury. Now, let's get your horse.
Drop the gun, Marshal. I won't let you take him. We've had enough of persecution. Drop the gun.
I guess this answers my question. You're Hiram Greener, all right.
What makes you so sure?
I wired a description of him to Marshall up in Denver. He's sending somebody to pick up his trail and positively identify him.
Will we never be able to stop running? Will they never stop hounding us?
It's not persecution this time, man. This is the law. He's wanted to answer for Jericho Canyon.
But that's unjust. It wasn't like that man said. Was it, Hiram? Hiram, I want to know. Is all this true? Did that man say it the way it was at Jericho?
Selma, go into the house.
I'll tell you, man. It was the truth, all right, only he didn't tell it as badly as it really was.
You shut your mouth.
For a long time, the true lighters believed what Hiram Greener and his men told them. The massacre was all the work of the Indians, and they couldn't get there in time to save anybody. The true lighters didn't want to believe that some of their own people could do such a thing. But you can't keep a thing like that a secret. For one thing, the Arapahoes refused to take all the blame for the massacre. Gradually, people learned the truth.
I never did. He told me different.
You believed him because he was your husband.
Wife, I told you to go into the house.
No. I've got to know this.
Why do you suppose Greener had to run and hide from his own people? Because they condemned him for it. Today, the true lighters want him to stand trial for murder. In their own court.
Get up!
What are you going to do with him?
Take him up in the hills and get rid of him.
No, you can't do that.
They'll never find him. Nobody will trace it to me.
But it's murder.
Murder wouldn't bother him. It didn't at Jericho Canyon.
That wagon train came from Kansas. They were the same breed that scourged us and burned us, that drove us out into the desert. It was the Lord's will that they died down to the last generation.
The Lord's will. On your orders.
Yes, mine, as his servant.
Hiram.
You call it that. But it was only your own hate. Even your own people drove you out of the church.
Hiram, no!
Get up. Get on the horse.
So you'll silence me by killing me. But what about the others? What about the man that's coming from Denver?
He won't know where to come. You didn't until today.
He'll find you.
And if he does...
You'll kill him too, huh? You'll deal with him and all the others that come after him the only way you know how, by violence. But is that the Lord's way?
Hiram, don't do this. Don't.
I told you this is not woman's business. Stay out of it.
Not this time. Please, for me, don't do this.
Do you realize what that would mean? They'd take me back to stand trial.
If what you told me is true, you have nothing to fear of a trial.
And if it isn't?
Then your soul's lost already.
Why leave these decisions to me? It's enough for you to know that I'm doing this for you as much as for me.
Is that true, Hiram?
Don't you know it's true? Have I not been a faithful and dutiful husband to you? Now go into the house. Get on your horse.
Thanks, ma'am, for trying.
Forgive me, Hiram.
Get down. This'll do.
Yeah, it oughta. You plan to shove me off, huh? Dead or alive?
I'll make good and sure you're dead. But no bullets. Nothing to say it wasn't an accident.
No bullets, huh? What would I be doing way out here?
That's for them to wonder.
I was last seen with you.
Oh, I've got a story to tell them, don't worry. About how you took off, chasing after some passing hoodlum or other.
They won't believe you. They'll find you. They'll discover your hiding place, and at the very least, you'll have to keep on moving.
Get over to the edge. Get going.
If they find my hands tied, they'll know.
They won't find them tied.
Hiram, do you think you can really run from the wrong you've done? No bullets, remember?
sorry, man.
Perhaps, as he always said, Marshal, it must have been God's will. So you could be saved and he'd not have another life on his conscience to take with him.
I have you to thank for that. I do.
The only time in our life together, I went against his wishes.
She found us not a half mile from the ranch. Just after we had met up with Odie and his bunch.
I'm sorry for you, Mrs. Greener, and so are the people of your church. If there's anything they can do for you, you let me know.
Will they remember our people? Any of the good things he did?
Well, I can't say that, because he's done a terrible damage to them.
I know. He can never be forgiven it, I know. Except maybe by God. And by me. Because whatever else he was my husband. And I loved him.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh,